Hello and welcome to Beyond Serenity. The twin flame journey is not an easy road. There are many points on this journey where Divine Feminine can feel completely alone, like she is carrying the burden of all the pain and hard work, while her Divine Masculine is either nowhere to be seen, or when he or she is showing up, his or her presence only adds to Divine Feminine's burden of pain. As frustrating and as confusing as this dynamic feels, this is not happening by chance. And both you and Divine Masculine are playing out your roles perfectly in a divinely orchestrated unfolding. This is something very different than a soulmate connection, and it is unlike any other relationships you have ever experienced. What is occurring on this journey can be a very difficult concept for the mind to grasp. However, as you step out of your ego mind and open yourself up to a shift in perspective of how you view this connection and the physical body of your Divine Masculine, everything on this journey changes. At a soul level, you and your Divine Masculine are one, and your soul is simply expressing itself through different incarnations, polarized into masculine and feminine aspects of self. As you move through this lifetime, your physical bodies are acting as ascension partners, assisting each other navigate this bewildering, pathless path. This is a journey of you. At a soul level, your Divine Masculine is you, and you are your Divine Masculine. Like meeting an incarnation of your higher self in physical form, you and your Divine Masculine are both simultaneously acting as versions of higher selves for each other, each here to support one another through the ascension process. However, the way in which this support unfolds and presents in your 3D reality is not the way in which your mind would expect nor prefer it to be. Because you are polarized into masculine and feminine aspects of self, the way in which you perceive and move through this process is not the same as the way in which your Divine Masculine moves through it. You each have important roles to play as you travel this road. These roles are complementary and supportive, and they are both essential, but they are very different. As Divine Feminine becomes more conscious of this connection, the differing roles can often lead her to much confusion and frustration, and it can at many times feel to Divine Feminine like she is the one tasked with the responsibility of all the hard work, while Divine Masculine turns his back. However, this is just how it appears on a surface level. To help us understand the differentiation and interaction of roles between divine counterparts, we can visualize the interconnection of the heart and the brain. Both brain and heart are vital organs to sustain life within the body. Both has an essential part to play, and neither is more important, better or worse, or does more work than the other. They are just different. Both brain and heart are continually working to support the body. However, the way in which the support presents is not the same. The constant outer work of the heart is very obvious through its continuous beating. Day and night, it pumps, tirelessly working, providing nourishment and sustaining life. And this work is clearly evident and observable by placing a hand or an ear to the chest. The work of the brain, however, is not so directly observable until one has been taught its function. The constant activity always going on within the brain remains hidden from view of the naked eye. And at first glance, if not familiar with how it operates, one could easily mistakenly perceive the stillness of the brain to signify it is doing very little for the body when compared to the actively beating heart. However, you do not observe the work of the brain by looking directly at it. Rather, you observe it indirectly as it plays out through the wiggling of your toes or the blink of your eye. There is an ever-present interconnection and communication always going on between the heart and the brain. They are always influencing one another, and the function of one will impact the function of the other. As the brain is flooded with either anxiety and fear, or with a sense of calm and peace, this translates to the heart and affects the rate of beating. And as changes in rhythm occur within the heart, this shift is communicated back to the brain, leading to various changes and signaling important information and directions which help to sustain and support life within the body. The interconnected system of divine masculine and divine feminine, which is here to support the ascension of the soul, holds many similarities to the interconnection of the heart and brain supporting the physical body. Reflecting upon the heart-brain system can help us to shift into an understanding that although presenting very differently, divine feminine and divine masculine are both working together as a dynamic system, both with an essential role and responsibility. You are not here to work against each other, and you are not here to perform the same roles. Rather, you are here to complement one another as partners in supporting the ascension process. As you shift your view to one of understanding and acceptance of the different roles, much of the pain and frustration of this journey begins to subside, and you can begin to open up to the magic of the way in which you and your divine masculine are here to work together for the growth and transformation of both your individual bodies and your shared soul. One of Divine Feminine's primary roles on this journey is to fully step into her divinity, embodying a full, unconditional love for self and moving forward with living out her unique soul's calling and purpose. One of Divine Masculine's primary roles is to support you in becoming the best version of yourself so that you can fully step into your soul's mission. If you are currently residing in a high degree of pain, this may be triggering to hear, but while union is absolutely possible, the goal of this journey is so much bigger than simply achieving physical union. As a Divine Feminine, you are here with an extremely important purpose of helping to support and serve others on this planet. The pain of this journey will continue to haunt you until you start living your soul's mission. The more you shift into your purpose and fully align with your soul's true essence, the more your life will begin to shift in a beautiful and magical direction. Your divine masculine is here to be your support and guide to help you step into this soul's mission and into the beautiful life which you have come to live. However, the way in which this support is provided and how it plays out in the physical world is often not always clearly evident and not how your mind would expect and prefer. Divine masculine fulfills his role through operating as a mirror and a feedback system for your vibrational state. Wherever you are residing in lower vibrational states of lack, fear, low self-worth, victimhood, and blame, and wherever you are keeping yourself stuck in your old dense life, not making the changes needed to shift you into full alignment with your soul, this will be reflected back to you through your divine masculine in various ways which your mind will generally perceive as negative or hurtful. As you move through your transformation, as you raise in vibration, as you shift into embodying full love for self, and as you begin stepping into living out your soul's purpose, this will be reflected back by your divine masculine through a drastic change in the way he shows up in your reality. It's important to be aware that these changes are often not immediate, and it does take some time before divine masculine shifts are evident in your 3D. You as a divine feminine are not the only one undergoing a transformation. As you move through your experiences and growth, divine masculine is too moving through his own lessons and growth, which will play out in various ways through various situations. However, your role as divine feminine is not to focus on what is unfolding with divine masculine. Your role is to learn to detach from all the stories playing out in his 3D and to bring the focus fully back to yourself. The heart does not need to worry about what is unfolding within the brain. Rather, the heart's role is to focus on its own continual beating, trusting that the brain is playing out its part perfectly. The more the heart flourishes, the more it fulfills its role of supporting the mind and body as a whole. As a divine feminine, it is your role to flourish. It is your role to nourish and love yourself. It is your role to share your love and light with the world. And it is your role to trust in the magic of the ever-present interconnection between you and your divine masculine within this beautiful twin flame divine counterpart system. Until next time, with unconditional love.